Tell him to pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
Pull up on me.
I'm for this is a little dot job. You would like to be hooked up with Brian?
Yes, I would.
Can you tell me why you would like to be hooked up with Brian? Because I want to know this, because you're like the third person who's commented on being hooked up with drunk Brian today.
You know, I think they use drunk Brian kind of wrong, and you know, I want to judge it for myself.
You want to judge him for yourself?
Yeah, we can have some drinks together. I like to drink too.
I don't know if we should be a part of that and put y'all together now. Huh?
This would be too wrong.
Now, how about this? I can tell you where he hangs out at on Tuesday nights, and you can possibly. You want to know where he hangs out on Tuesday nights?
I surely do.
Me and Google.
Okay. Well, you know I'm not from here, but I'm going to look that up.
Where you at? You ain't from here. Where you from?
So I'm from Savannah, Seaport.
Well, where you want to?
From Savannah, Seaport.
Come on up here by that 912.
Savannah, Seaport.
Come on up here.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all watch this, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe first, like, then share. But most definitely subscribe so that y'all can just help, you know. Just help, man. It's about supporting each other, finding ways to help and everything.
You got a small business, it's at 1866 YUNGJLC. Keep it right here where you got it. Young Jock in the streets want to take over.
You know, just different ways to help and stuff. And that help, the little small help that you can give to somebody might be that little small help to help them to keep going when they feel like they don't have no support, you know. Let me say it like that. That little small help might be enough to keep them going to get to their next location so that they can recharge or refill up so that they can continue on along on their journey that God has them on and everything. Me, I think my journey is bigger than music. I know my journey is to wake some people up and to help save some lives and most definitely save the mind of men and people that are in charge of a household. You know, I didn't accept that mission right now in life, that it's gonna be my job to help save some of these people. You know, I come into people who, I got two choices. When they come to me, 9 times out of 10, they want what Grind Media has to offer. And some of them have the money to be able to give me that and everything. And some of them don't, you know. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of them don't, but it's still some of them that do, you know. And when they do come to me, I got two choices. I got the choices to treat them with love, and I got a choice to treat them with not love. And what comes with not love is looking at them and analyzing them and realizing that they don't really have the money to be spending right now on something that they're not going to succeed at, they're going to fail at. And realizing that, but you still choose to not only take the money, but take more of the money. Convince them that they should spend way more than what they should have spent and everything. So I'm convinced that, you know, my mission is like to help save people. But the support, man. You know, even when you feel like you don't, for the people who feel like they don't get it, versus the people who trying to give support, you know, for the people that feel like they don't get it, you just got to continue working, man. You know, continue working and continue doing what we need to do to be able to get to that next step. Me, I'm on my way to the gym. You know, I feel like health is more important to me than anything else, so I'm gonna go ahead to the gym and do maybe about 20 miles on the bike. And if that basketball court is calling me, I'm gonna go on that basketball court and everything. But enjoy life, man. You know, yeah, enjoy life. Yeah. The ups, the downs, the slow times. You know, because when I think about it, it has always been slow moments in my life that allowed me to be able to kind of to grow. Every slow moment that I had in my life where I was put in an environment where I felt like it was a fucked up environment and a boring environment, I ended up at the best time of my life. When we left Columbus, Georgia, and we left the hood, because Columbus fucked up. Columbus really, you know, if you go down to Columbus, Georgia, you just really look at the mindset down there, it's a fucked up ass city. You know, I come from a city where the part of the city where people stop going to school when they're in 6th and 7th grade. You know, if you make it up 6th and 7th grade, it's hard for a mother, a single mother, to be able to force a kid to go to school when he don't want to go to school when he get in middle school. It's hard. I don't care who you is or what you got going on. If your kid is in an environment where friends not going to school, he got to walk past a lot of distractions, and he's not strong to avoid getting joked on and picked on, because we some joking people, you know. Down in Columbia, you know, you either you joke or you fought. You had to choose between the two, because when niggas got a hold of you with that joking, they were gonna joke you out to death, you know. And you know, after a while, you know, you get mad and you be ready to fight. You haul off and you fight, you know. And that's stuff that we learn. We learn social skills wise that at certain levels you can push a person. You can't keep applying pressure and pushing people and everything and stuff. But that culture and that mentality that's amongst our community, it's hard. And with that being said, trying to force a kid to go to school around that age is damn near hard. So what I'm trying to say is I come from that type of culture where the learning has stopped and stuff, and it stops at an early age, and you start doing what it is that you see in the community do over and over and over, and it becomes a repeated habit. You know, you just wake up every day and you do what everybody else in the community do, which is probably hang out, try to figure out how you can make some money. See, it wasn't much job opportunity down in Columbus, so the only way to really make some money was to sell that damn dope, you know, and stuff. And that's the direction I was trying to get at. You know, you be selling that dope, and what by selling that dope, you know, you get comfortable with being around crackheads. Crackheads end up being your best friend in some situations. Some people don't understand. You got to be in that environment to understand what I'm saying, and have been through that environment to understand that, you know, crackheads become some dope guy's best friend. You know, they treat them like your best friend. Same way, if you saw somebody else, same way people see you with your best friend, is how some of these drug dealers be with some of these crackheads. You know, they be around them all day. You know, and what I'm trying to say is the line get blurred, because you don't, even though you know he's smoking that dope and everything, he's still a human. He's still your friend. You love him. Somebody fuck with him, y'all gonna go fuck him up. You know, they loved him because he was feeding that particular person village. You understand what I'm saying? He went out and he did the work, and he came back to that particular guy and bought the dope. But what I'm trying to say is there wasn't much opportunity down in Columbus to really make some money, so that became the norm for a lot of them. But the problem with that is, who are you going to sell to? You got to sell to somebody close within your community. It's very rare that you're going to hop in a car and well, we had a few people that walked outside the community and went somewhere else, but like I said, that's walking distance. How far can you walk? You know, just keep it 1,000, especially if you 13, 14, 15, 16 trying to sell some dope. You can't, you know, you're not driving, so you're walking and stuff. So you're still within your area selling crack to somebody who's a part of your community, family community in that aspect. You know, let me say it like that. They're part of your family community in that aspect. And it could be horrible, you know, when you just really analyze it and zoom in. It could be your friend mama, your friend daddy, and you sitting right there and sold them some dope, and they sitting right there trying to hit that dope next to you. You know, you got to be a real, you got to numb yourself out to get used to that. You know, and I come from that type of environment where I got families and friends and childhood friends that they didn't numb themselves out to that. They don't give a damn. They didn't. And stuff, and we numbed out to them being numbed out to it and everything. But we come from that environment, and with that being said, when you come from the environment, we got to make sure we be careful to not lose hope and lose sight of what the bigger picture is, which is the community and growth and making sure that we help each other. You know, and we don't get down. You know, when and people can't help you all the time. You know, sometimes you gotta go on the mission on your own. Like right now, I'm down here at LA Fitness. I gotta go on this mission on my own. Can't nobody go ahead and ride this bike with me. Can't nobody go ahead and get on this cycling. And when she say put it up to 20 gear, the gear number 20 and go harder, nobody can do that with me. You know, they can't. So I don't expect for them to do that, and I'm not gonna judge them on that. I'm not gonna look at them and say, oh man, you don't fuck with me because you don't come to the cycling class with me. You know, when I picked up that camera, didn't nobody want to hold that camera. Didn't nobody want to hold no camera. I didn't really want to hold no camera, but I paid for the equipment. So before I get to somebody to hold it, he goofy. He drop it and break my equipment, you know, or before I get to somebody who's goofy and I tell him we need to catch this event and you only get one time to catch that event. And they go out there and they film it and they shaking and they party and they dancing and I get back and I look at the footage, it's shaking. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my signal just dropped, but the phone just said I'm reconnecting live. So I don't know what all y'all done heard or if I'm just rambling and y'all missed out some key parts. But like I said, that's a big reason why I started Grind Media. And when I say I'm sorry, I'm trying to see if I don't have that chat thing up, so I don't know if somebody talking or saying it. I doubt somebody talking though. But well, chatting with me, texting with me, however you want to call it. But yeah, man, Corey, speaking from the heart, man. Yeah, speaking from the heart and stuff. But I'm sort of like on the time limit because I got to go inside the gym for the class when it started in about 3 or 4 more minutes and everything. But what I'm trying to say is support, man. Don't get discouraged about it and don't allow it to tell you what not to do when you know what to do. You already know the game plan. You done thought about it, what it is that you want. You done thought about it over and over and over. You done thought about the steps that you need to do. So just do the steps. And while you're along the way, don't worry about not getting all that support that you had wanted. Don't worry about that because you know they're gonna come. When they see you winning, they're gonna come. And when they come, make sure you put them in a position that you know they deserve to be put in. You know, you don't just because somebody didn't know you for a long time, you don't take them and throw them in a position over some of the ones that stepped up and said, hey, I want to play that position. You know, it's like a football team, like with me, you know, holding that camera. I didn't want to hold that damn camera, like I said, and stuff. So for y'all people that's out there who benefited from me holding the camera, understood that I stepped up and played a position to help you get to that next level and to help the whole movement get to that next level so that you can be successful in whatever it is that you want to do. A lot of them, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. You know, a lot of people, you know, they don't understand. You know, it's not no easy task to be sitting there treating somebody like he a superstar. He ain't made it to a superstar level yet. I remember when 2 Chainz, man. I'm talking about support. I'm gonna tell you one story if I get to go in here. During 2 Chainz growth in the game, 2 Chainz had got to the point to where he was transitioning from Titty Boy to 2 Chainz, and they were trying to rebrand themselves. So in the process of them rebranding themselves around 2010, they dropped a project called Flight 360. They were still up on the player circle and everything. They were still linking up together. So they dropped up under that program. Well, up under that name, Player Circle Flight 360. And during that little era of life, I saw 2 Chainz and his whole situation drop. And when I say drop, I mean it was times where we would go to showcases and it was local independent movements that was hot, but they wasn't 2 Chainz hot, but they was hot because they had the hood community. You know, if the club was on East Atlanta then and you was from East Atlanta, you was over there off Gresham Road or in one of them hoods over there and everything, and you can bring 30, 40 some people, you know, to us, we kind of viewed you as bigger than probably 2 Chainz, even though they probably viewed it, but I didn't. But what I'm trying to sit here and say, during that era, I seen a bunch of artists that has that type of movement go on stage and come to a showcase and get to perform for 2 Chainz, get to perform. You know, and stuff, get fun for them because they had kind of, like I said, they had dropped. The support wasn't there. The support for 2 Chainz wasn't there. And when it dropped, it had 2 Chainz them in a situation where they was performing dead last, and everybody had walked up out of the club. Everybody, you know, and I was one of the guys who stayed and filmed them. And these are support that I was giving to guys like 2 Chainz that they probably never acknowledge or recognize, but a lot of those movements, they love me because I was in the community. You know, I'm still attached to them in the community, so I still got to see them in the community. I still got to interact with the community. I got in the community. I got to interact with the bullshit that they got that they might bring. All of it, you know, it just ain't sweet everything. So I still got to interact with that. So here they is telling me, "Grant, come on, let's go outside. Fuck 2 Chainz them, fuck them, you know, we come on outside, catch the footage, catch the moment," because they want to be outside turning up, because niggas don't hang outside that long. When they leave out the club, you know, around that area, you know, it was starting to get kind of bad with you know, Atlanta always been bad, but you know, it's kind of worse. Like, I don't know if my signal is fucked up out here, but when you got that many bad people at one location and they bringing out the whole entourage, you gotta realize each one of those niggas from different neighborhoods. So they would bring 20 to 100 some people of their friends to that neighborhood. So out of that, you know, 1 or 2 of them niggas didn't cross some of the other niggas across town. So the rappers was bringing neighborhood niggas who didn't get along to one location. So the concept of standing outside after the club for too long, yeah, man. You just imagine in Louisiana, you know, you got niggas from the rappers bringing niggas from different neighborhoods together to one location and stuff, and you gotta expect for them to get along, knowing damn well this nigga done fucked that nigga girl on that side of town. This nigga done stole this nigga rims from this side of town. You looking at that nigga wondering why he mugging. You know why he mugging. You trying to see them hit rim. He trying to see them his shades that got stolen out his car at that event that you was at. You know, it's a reason why they mug it and stuff, and people don't want to acknowledge those type of stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, all those people at that location. So when they telling me to come on outside and film them, chances of them being out there waiting for me to get through filming 2 Chainz on stage is slim to none. So they like, come on outside and catch it real fast, catch it turning up and get what we need to get, because you can't slow down time. You know, you can't reduplicate a memory. Once that time then passed, you can't reshoot it. You can't, you know, if you didn't catch it right then and there, it's gone. So I had to choose, man. I had to choose between filming 2 Chainz or going out there to film my people. And at that particular time, I chose to support 2 Chainz them, and they was at their dip. They was at their low moments in life and everything. But look at them now. 2 Chainz up, you know, they doing what they need to do, and yeah, they up, man, and stuff. But Corey, man, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, that's much love, man, for you sitting here helping me, you know, to be able to at least get a few minutes of live, man. I got to go ahead and catch this class because, like I said, the class started at 9:15. I'm big on health. I'm big on health, y'all. For y'all people that's out there, you got to make sure that you're exercising your body so that when you put in a situation to where you got to think, you can think properly. You know, you can, yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. But like I said, I appreciate all y'all that's been supporting. I appreciate all y'all that been supporting me. I'm sorry, I don't know what the phone doing. Over here at LA Fitness, they got bad reception and everything. So, but with that being said, appreciate y'all. I'm going live again at around 1 o'clock, probably around about 1 or 2 o'clock. And I'm gonna just show some of the footage of some of the movement that was going on in the city of Atlanta and show y'all what was going on. I appreciate you, man. Much support to you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, man.